the uniqueness of your business has to be factored into your documentation that you sign. What do I register? Would a company work for me? Would a business name work for me? Would a partnership work for me? So where a lawyer comes in is advising on the vehicle that you need to operate your business in. Businesses need legal services just to govern their operations. Hi, my name is Jean Kagonia, an advocate of the High Court. I have my own practice firm by the name of Jean Kagonia and Company Advocates. I've been an advocate of the High Court for 5 years and counting, and I'm passionate about businesses and how companies are run and managed, and that is the core focus of the firm that I run. We are based in Nairobi, Pioneer Kenyatta Avenue, 3rd floor. First of all, businesses are governed by laws, right? So a business has certain laws that govern it. So even if you're operating as a photographer, for example, there are certain laws that govern your business. There are also ordinances and bylaws for counties that give directives to such businesses. So long as you're in operation, that makes your business legal because you have because there are laws surrounding operations of any business. There are different kinds of businesses that you can register. There's a business name where you will just require maybe your ID, name of the business, and to register on the eCitizen platform. There is a limited liability company. So if, let's say, a company can be run by one or more directors or shareholders. So you need maybe the IDs of the directors, KRA PIN. You'll also require to know which avenue that your business will be operating in. Is it going to run as a bakery? Is it going to run as a photography business? So it just depends on how you want to operate. There's also a limited liability partnership, LLP, which is a hybrid between a partnership and a limited liability company. So it just depends on how you see and the different laws surrounding the operation of your business. Businesses need legal services just to govern their operations. So as we said, let's say you run a photography or videography firm, right? Before you even shoot at a location, there are certain permits that you may require. And sometimes you'll need legal advice so that you know the nature of permits that you require. Secondly, there are also various other permits. Let's say if you're running a bakery, right? There are food laws that govern bakery operations, even environmental laws that govern operations of a business. So this could go into maybe waste management. How do you handle your waste? How do you handle even your marketing? For example, with the upcoming data protection laws that govern now personal information, how does your business as a photographer run? What do you need as a photographer to operate in your sphere of influence? So businesses need legal just so that you are on the right side of the law. And within your operations, you are operating based off of now fair legal practices. Frequent legal questions that a business may need stem from, let's say, you want to commence your operation. So what do I register? Would a company work for me? Would a business name work for me? Would a partnership work for me? So where a lawyer comes in is advising on the vehicle that you need to operate your business in. Secondly, there is the registration bit. We offer services to individuals on the best way forward. There's also corporate governance, where companies are, and what the corporate structure entails. So these are just the basics as you are commencing operations. Similarly, depending on the nature of business that you have, maybe you are creating or carving a niche brand in the market. So you also have to consider the various intellectual property requirements. Do you need to patent your ideas? If you're a writer, do you need to have copyrights in place for your brand? So there's so much that happens in the business sphere that as an organization and as an individual, you have to factor in prior to commencing. What is your vision? So as lawyers, we work with you to ensure that your structures are well in place and you are well advised of your operations legally. Data protection basically means any personal identifiable information that you as a business owner, be it a controller, data controller or processor. So I'll explain what those mean. So a data controller is a person or organization that is in charge of collecting personal information. This could be your ID. Let's take, for example, since we started with photography, let's see what a photography business, the nature of information that they collect. So as a photographer, you are taking images and videos of individuals, right? So there are various consents. Let's say you want to set up your photo studio. So you will require maybe consent from the individual that you're taking their photos. And of course, you also need to market your business. So you have taken, let's say, let's use myself as an example. You've taken my photo. In order to market your business, you'll require my consent as an individual, whether I may need my photos published on your website or social media handles. You'll need my consent. If, let's say, it's a video that you're taking of me or any other individual, you'll need now to also give like a photo release or image release that I, as an individual, I'm consenting to you as my photographer to use my images for your marketing purposes or any other additional purposes that you'll require my photos or videos for. So data protection is there to protect individual data for your ID, KRA PIN, photo or images, and any other information that can identify me as an individual. Some people don't even know that even your number plates, yeah? If I go and conduct a search on your vehicle, I can get your information from the various platforms, NTSC. So anything that can be linked to an individual has to be protected, and that is your right under Article 31 of the Constitution, which is the basis for data protection. So when you are entering, for example, into a partnership, the most important document that you need to have is a partnership deed, which now states how you share profits, how you dissolve the partnership. It can be voluntarily or involuntarily. So voluntarily, maybe you have even companies as well. Maybe you have like a resolution, you have a meeting, and it is resolved to dissolve the business or partnership. It just depends on how you have structured. For companies, limited liability companies, you have the constitution of the company, which is the memorandum of association and articles of association, which are already in place to govern how dissolution happens. If it's something that is contentious, maybe bankruptcy, for example, that's where the insolvency and bankruptcy kicks in and it goes through the court process. So it just depends on how your business is structured and how the bylaws that govern, or rather the documentation, be it agreements for a partnership deed, for a limited liability company, the articles or memorandum of association state how it should be done. So as you are trademarking your business, let's say as a photographer, or you run a bakery, so the importance of trademarking is that is your brand, right? And you have to protect your brand from different someone or a different company using, be it your logo, be it even your slogan that you use as your as your brand. So all that needs to be protected, and you do that by trademarking, which is done through KIPI, yes, which has the mandate to go through the process of trademarking. That is where a lawyer kicks in, and they'll require certain documentation to be registered, be it even the color. Like I know Cadbury is the purple color of Cadbury's has been trademarked, that any other business across the globe cannot use that specific color of Cadbury's chocolate branding, right? If you are starting to operate a business and you require a business premises or a business space to operate in, the key document that you sign is a lease agreement. So as you are signing that lease agreement, it has to be applicable with the various land laws that affect now the operation of your business. So let's say I want to set up a hair and beauty salon, right? I've already identified my location and I already know that this is something long term that I want it to continue in operations. So it is important that a lawyer reviews your lease documents, because we know the nature of the laws that apply to your various business. Let's say, as I used an example of a salon, right? So each business is unique, and the uniqueness of your business has to be factored into your documentation that you sign. So if you're a salon, you may need now, maybe depending on the nature of your operations, it is important to have now your lease defining the operations of your business. So our firm is very passionate about offering services to SMEs, because you find that you have worked or you are working on your brand and you may not have incorporated some of the key legal provisions to run your business. So that is where we step in. So if you are a salon, right, and you also need to market your services, so this would entail now having maybe even consents for the photos that you take. How do you structure it as a salon? Because there's data protection laws that would govern now how images are used. There is now trademarking and copywriting. How do you go about that? That is where we step in to advise you on the various nature and laws that affect the operations of your business. Yes, so that is where we step in. We are key on helping SMEs and even larger corporations to ensure that they have the right systems and structures in place. So what we'll do, maybe we'd come and do like a legal audit. These are the laws that ideally affect maybe operations of a salon or a bakery or a photography business, and we help you structure your operations and any other detail that you may need legally. And we also compare for you the various laws that you need to factor in, and we could even come and do like a whole corporate governance structure. If it's a company, what does the law state on meetings? What does the law state on any other nature of operations that you'll require? So we help you formulate and structure that to ensure continuity of your business. Even taxes, which taxes affect your operations that you seriously need to factor in. So that is where we step in. So if someone needs to reach us, our phone number is 0729 425 407. That is our number, and our location is Pioneer Kenyatta Avenue, 3rd floor, room 306A. That is now our business. As well, our email is info@jkagonia, that is KAGONIA.co.ke.